Hello. Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. Just looking over at my stream really quick just to check it. Yeah, doing good today. It's Thursday. Another day of the week. I'm drinking my coffee. Actually, yeah, I'm holding my coffee. Now I'm drinking it. In a blue cup today. What am I doing today? Well, my stream title's really dead simple. It just says rainbows. Because that's the whole theme for today. Why I have to do themes, I don't freaking know. But I'm doing it anyway because I feel like it. My goal was a few different things that I'd like to try to do today. One, obviously, kind of just play with rainbows, do different shapes, or actually do rainbows, just like abstract in different places on one sheet of paper, just to kind of play with it, and get some blending going on, see how that looks. And then if I feel like it and can make something out of it, I have an idea for a full painting that I can work on. I haven't made some decisions on it yet, so clearly I'll play with that as I go. But yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much because it's still in flux. So when I get to that point, I'll do it. Aside from that, paint. I made a decision at the last minute. I realized that I usually go to my main palette for almost everything I do. If I'm not going to be using liquid watercolor, that is, like when I do on mineral paper. But I had a thought that I've got this palette. I love it. I'll go back to it. I always use it. I need to clean it a little bit, but I'll worry about that later. I realized that last stream, I opened up this set. This is that, I'm going to get the name wrong. Hold. Kuretake. I don't know if it'll show up on this camera or not, but yeah, right there in the bottom. Kuretake. Kuretake is the brand on this one. And on Monday, I did a full swatch of the whole palette, and it came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. So I thought, well, for today, why don't I just use this palette and just break it in a little bit and see how I like it when I'm actually painting with it rather than just doing swatching. So I'm doing. So I'm going to leave this swatch in front of me so I can refer to it. But thankfully, everything's labeled on this palette, so I'm going to keep it to the side. I don't know if this palette will show up on the top-down view. Let me check. Oh, part of it. I can probably move the rinsing one down a little bit and scoot this up a little. Yeah. It's not bad. I don't know how much space I'll need over on the left, but I'll adjust as I go. Methinks. Let's see. So I need room to rinse. I need my paper towel so I can blot things dry. That should be by my fresh water, so that can come down. And I can probably rinse. Oh, that's dangerous, isn't it? Well, no, I can rinse there and it'll be fine. So yeah, I think I'll do that. Let me bring this up. Bring this up here. I have fresh paper towel ready should I need it. I've got my little mini mixing well, so I can do some, if I have some bigger washes to do, I'll use this guy. So let me go ahead and wet this first. It's a big palette. All right. That should be enough. We'll let that sit for a couple of minutes. In the meantime, let's grab some paper. I had some to the side. What did I do? Oh, over here. give. This is 2 sheets. Okay, I'll grab one. For you, well, that's fine. You're a practice sheet anyway. I'll keep that over here for the next thing I do. I think for this first one, I'm not going to be taping it down, so I can just leave it free because I'm not doing like border to border, so I shouldn't hopefully bind up too much. So move my coffee somewhere safer. All right, and let's pick on a brush. Let's start with a big guy. Yeah, big guy sounds good. Something that's got a good tip on the front of it, but I can still do big washes of stuff if I really want to. Size 12 round. Move the mic right and get to it. So what are we gonna do? What a good looking question. I think just a basic rainbow to start, just to get everything down. Rainbows are easy, but I'll write it down just so that it's here. Roy G. Biv, right? So R O Y G I V, right? Where G? Nope, I'm missing a letter. B. Ba, 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 ba. This is how you make mistakes. All right, Roy G. Biv. B. B's in blue. Right, and that is red. Oh, red. Orange. Yeller. Wow, I literally was spelling it out. Yeller. Wow. Yellow. Green. Blue. I think I totally had it earlier. Wow, Roy G. Biv. I is not indigo. It's V is violet. I is it indigo? Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Well, I think it is indigo. Is it? That feels wrong. The indigo is between blue and violet. To Google. I'm pretty sure that's right. What other color starts with I? Roy G. Biv. Indigo, yeah. Well, I don't know why I was second guessing myself on that. Indigo. All right. Well, let's do those. Move my pencil over here. Let's get ourselves a red. Thankfully, that one is clearly labeled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, I can actually do that in here. So we got ourselves red. Okay. Okay, got ourselves some red. While we got it, let's just do a little bit here. Nothing crazy, just a little line. Okay, next up, orange. Out of all the oranges I had, my favorite was that music is still too loud. Let me turn that down. Jeez, there we go. Man, that thing was blasting. It was like, music, video game. Okay, my favorite color from Monday was this cadmium orange. So let me grab that. And grab a little more water. Okay. Let's get ourselves an orange. A little tiny bit transparent. Let's add a little more. There we go. And yellow. Depends on the shade of yellow we want, I suppose. We've got a cadmium yellow, which is nice and bright, so I'll probably do that one. The lemon yellow is a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Neon, I guess. So it was a bit much. Let's just go with cadmium yellow because that's the closest to a neutral yellow I've got, I think. A bit more water. There we go. Alright, let's add that. Yellow. Next up, green. I think the closest normal green I've got is Hooker's green, which is just a weird name, but we're going with it. Hooker's green. Bring the mic a little closer. There we go. Hooker's green. I'm going to put it there. Okay. We got ourselves our green. Start to blend already because I connected them. That's fine. Next up, we have blue. I think the closest normal blue I've got is weird. I feel like the ultramarine. The ultramarine here, this one, feels like the most neutral blue that I've got. Yeah, I think I'm going ultramarine here. Get back. Ultramarine. Huh? Okay, carousels are blue. Of that touch, the green just a touch. All right, next, indigo, my favorite. Oops. Missed a little bit. Okay, indigo. All right, and last up, violet. I think the closest I've got to a full violet is this cobalt violet. So let's do that one. Okay. All right. We have ourselves a rainbow. Honestly, the bits where it connected looked better than the bits where it was separate, so it should work out well. Okay. Scoot this down. Let's go ahead and play with it. So let's try just like a rainbow arc, I think. We'll go kind of gentle with it. Okay. Let's grab us some orange. That cadmium orange. Okay. Next up, a cadmium yellow. I think the orange might have been too wet. Okay, next up, our hooker's green. Oh yeah, our orange is spreading. It's a little bit too wet. Okay, let's grab some blue. Okay. Our indigo. And then, hey Desert, welcome in. Hope you're doing well today. I'm just playing with rainbows. And our violet. Yeah, it's not bad. Aside from the orange being way too wet, that was not bad. We need to try to thicken up the cadmium orange a little bit more. All right. Not too bad. Let me hit it with the dryer really quick. All right, I should finish up here in a sec. Let's see. Desert said, in watercolor workshop, I played with 90 weight watercolor paper, making sure to oversaturate everything and test the full ability of the paper. 90 weight is less than what I use. I'm using primarily, have to find it on there. Does anyone say on this one? Says the series. Am I blind? Heavyweight. Oh, there we go. 140 pound. Wow. That was hard to find. Oh yeah, you said it. So that means that this paper is more dense or thicker paper. So 90 weight would be thinner. So you really have to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Less liberal with how much water you would use on it, I imagine. Yeah, I get it. Okay. Wow, that's really interesting. Because I guess with 90 weight, it's very easy to overdo it, right? I get it. That was louder than I expected. Yeah, that's really interesting. Which it makes sense why this one is kind of like the mid-range, out of the options, so that you've got the best of all the worlds, right? So that makes a lot of sense. What next? Maybe do some blobbies. No, just a little bit of random shapes. Let's pick on our red. Maybe start with something over here. Okay. And then, since it's kind of the middle between our red and our yellow, maybe I'll just do cadmium orange, but only do a little bit, like a faint version. And let it kind of blend right there. Let's hit our cadmium yellow and let that one be a little thicker. And let that all kind of blend together. Next up is our green. I'll let that one be a little lighter too. Okay. And we'll hit our blue ultramarine. Let that be a little thicker. And then kind of go light on our indigo. Okay. And then last up, our violet can be a little thicker. All right. Let's move it around a little bit. Yep. And this one didn't quite come out as orange as I was expecting it to. Really? So 90 weight is best for greeting cards? Is that what you're saying? Because I guess it's a thinner, lighter weight paper. So you're not sending someone like giant, thick cardstock. I can get that. Yeah, that makes sense. Whip those out at Christmas. Okay. Okay. Hey, get over there. There we go. Okay. A lesson learned from doing the swatching that I did on Monday. I think something in the binder on this set it gets kind of crispy when you dry it. The binder is different in some way that it flakes and gets like hollow and bubbles up a little bit. So something funky in the binder of this particular set. It seems to be better if you let it dry the rest of the way on its own naturally. So at least that's what I've seen so far. So I'm going to kind of let it rest. I'm not going to dry things 100%. I'll just go like 90 or something. That'll stop and let it coast the rest of the way. Coffee's so good. Okay. I'm not addicted. Okay. Well, what else can we do? Oh, I know. Let's do a nice big swatch of red. Okay. And let's hit some of that cadmium orange, get it nice and dark, rich, whatever you want to call it. And let's go right next to this one. I need a little more. Okay. And let's get him to kiss right there. Yep. Okay. That's enough of that. And let's hit our cadmium yellow. And same deals with that kiss. Okay. Time for the hooker. Whoa, I'm getting it all over the place. Already making a mess. Okay, let's get that in the middle. Same deal. Let's get that to kiss right there. Try to pick up some of that. Right? I can walk away from coffee anytime I want. I just don't want to. And you can't make me. Seriously, it'll just be if coffee makes me sick that I'll finally give it up. Okay, ultramarine. Get a nice big spot of that on here. Same deal. Get it to kiss in the middle. Okay. Next up, our indigo. Let's get a big section of that on there. Same deal. Get it to kiss in the middle. Okay, and last up, our cobalt violet. Okay, and kiss in the middle. Okay. Okay. I think that's good, but I've got the idea. Let's get ourselves a lot of white. Hey. Okay, and let's try to move it while it's still a little wet. And I think the red was already drying up a little bit. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Kind of neat. All right. Let's let this dry. Ooh, that's enough of that. Let's see. Yeah, it's still wet. We're puddled up right there in the corners, but it looks pretty cool. I like it. Turned into like a little rainbow tree forest thing. Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's enough of that because clearly I'm running out of room unless I start going in between the lines here. So I'm probably going to stop with this. It's just fun and practice. The one thing I have learned, I think the Hooker's green is too dark. It doesn't give that kind of vibrance like the rest of the colors do. At least not in a rainbow. Hooker's green is this one. This is too blue. This is too olive. This kind of goes backwards. This is sap green, and it's kind of too olive as well. This is sap green light. Out of all of the greens, I still think the Hooker's green is the most neutral green. It just feels like it goes dark when it's actually in use. But some of that might be me. I'm going to let it ride though. I think if I'm going to go really light for anything, I may switch it up and use this sap green light, just fade it a little bit, because that looks like that would blend with the rainbow really well. But it starts, so when it's thick, it starts going more yellow, so I may not. If I use that, I don't know how well it would blend with the blue. We'll see. But that said, my idea. So let me scoot this over so it can dry somewhere. Maybe over here? No. Behind me? Sure. Oh, stay. My idea for the other bit. So I had a thought that I wanted to do something. Wow, that paper towel got sopping wet and leaked through. Let me pick up any of my messes and then get a fresh paper towel really quick. And then I'll say what I was going to say. Yeah, that'll work. Garbage. There you are. Fil de papier. It's not entirely right. Piece of paper. I remember a tiny bit of my French from high school. That's about it. Je m'appelle Bear, et toi? Again, that's about all I got. Okay. So what am I going to do? My thought, something slightly Star Trek, I'm slightly not. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Instead of doing space, my thought was to do something on the ground. But using all the colors of the rainbow where I can, right? So I'm thinking I'm really bad with like landscapes, but I need to practice it to be able to get good at it, right? So I'm going to try. My goal is to do some like alien, almost fantasy landscape where all of the colors in the world that they're on is way more saturated than we would see here, at least for the most part. And have, again, I'm terrible with doing like people. I've never really truly tried, but I already know I'm not going to be great at it. But again, it'll be another practice thing, and it'll be tiny. I was doing like a little tiny, like Starfleet, like science officer down here on the very bottom, with a tricorder being held up, like he's scanning the whole big world in front of them, just looking at all the weird, bright, colorful things in it. I may just do like a basic, like tiny bit of hills, kind of colorful hills landscape thing, and then some objects of some kind. I don't know what, crystals or mushrooms or crystals and mushrooms, and like colorful sky up on the top, and try to make it not look like a grade school art project going wrong. So we'll see how it goes. Since this is going to go edge to edge, I'm going to have to tape it down. So to not kill myself with that giant slab of, cutting board that I've got, I'm just going to stick, I think, with the clipboard. But I have to go grab it. Give me just a sec to go snatch that. You know what? All right, I am back. I think I'm going with arches as well. I had this one out. It's the Strathmore 400 series paper, which is good. It's not bad. But I think for what I'm doing, I want my best possible chance at doing it somewhat well, because I think it's going to take probably the rest of the day to work on. So I'll save my good side sheet from Strathmore here. And let's snag a sheet of my remaining arches paper. I've still got a lot. I try to be really, really judicious with how much I use this, because it's expensive paper by comparison to all the other stuff. Yep, okay. But boy, is it good quality paper. And I'll put those back later. All right. Ooh, don't do that. I think I will slide this down a tiny bit. Yep, and scoot that over there, and move my little baby palette over here. Yep, and start with some tape. I have some left over from the other day. Might be a little bit too much, but I think we'll go with it. Nope, that is a little bit too much in that direction. All right, that should be good. I don't know how good this is going to do. I might be making a mistake. I saved this tape from the other day. So it's not fresh off of the roll. It's like 3 days old from Monday. So hopefully it does not peel up on me, but we'll see how it goes. I'll just make sure to really press it down hard on the edge where it touches the paper and hope that that really binds to it. I've got another one here, but I'll use that in a minute. Yeah, I'm almost down to the end of this one roll. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's the downside of getting to the end of the roll. It gets really curly and really ticks me off because then it sticks to itself. But it's painter's tape, so it comes up pretty quick. Okay. I'm pretty uneven when it comes to my time once I start. I usually just go until I'm tired or until I'm done with whatever I was working on. I have to hard stop before 7 my time because I am on call for work, and that is when the on-call starts. So I don't like getting interrupted while I'm doing stuff, personal stuff, by work. So I will make sure to stop before then. So as I approach probably 6:30, I have to start wrapping up, but we still got plenty of time. My least favorite time at work, on-call time. I mean, on-call could be much worse for this company, but man, let me tell you, for the old company I used to work for, what a pain. That was the worst on-call compared to this one. God, your try being on call for a casino? Ugh, that was terrible. Okay, let's get this one to stick down really well. Yep, okay. I think that's about as good as that's gonna get. Okay. All right. So, dare I use the pencil and get like a general like a visual down? I can do that. So my idea was kind of like I don't know, like a rolling hill thing. I'm gonna go very light with this. Uh, okay. Okay. And then on this side, maybe we'll. Kind of doing like the fins of the underside of a mushroom, right? And then I don't know what over on the side over here. I feel that I'm lucky with not being employed by the casino. I work for a native group with one though, so I see the craziness. Yeah, I used to work for Caesars. I don't care saying it because it was like years ago. Um, for their group of casinos out of Valleys, and we had to go to all the properties on the strip, including the Rio, which was slightly off strip, not very much, but just a little bit. And we even had a group of people at the headquarters office as well, all part of our team. And it was just, let me tell you, there was so much that each property had its own IT office, and we started and ended our day at Bally's for meetings and to clock in and out and all that while I was on time clock. And then we would go to our property or properties for the day, work out of those offices, print up all our tickets, build a plan of where we're going to go for the day, and then just haul, right? And then just get as many done as we could in a loop, come back, write up all of our notes, close what we could, grab a new batch, put in a request for hardware that we need from the depot, and then haul ass back out again for another loop. And we just kept repeating that throughout the day until we were done, right? It's work I don't want to go back to. I'm very glad I moved to something else. What I do now, I much more prefer. Gosh, I want to do a bunch of little baby mushrooms. Sure, why not? Um, what else? I did say crystal, but maybe just one? You know, I'm saying crystal. Let's be smart about this and grab the ruler, right? Okay, so we're gonna go, maybe into this way. And then maybe something from behind also going up. Okay. Then just a bunch of little babies. Maybe a faint one from behind. Okay, let's get some points on these. Something like this. And then, let's do all of the inward right slanting angle ones. That, and then this guy. Let's go here. And then little babies. Baby crystals. Okay. Alright, and let's hit the opposite direction. Okay. And right there. That one is going to be a little sharper. Right there. Okay, and let's do a faint side on. Yep. And this is there. Okay. And this one goes this way. This one will do down this way. That was a wrong angle. Just do it like that. Okay, and these are too small to mess with that. Oh, I should probably do the facets here too, right? I've had quartz crystals before. I know how they look. Vaguely. Okay. And this one can go here. Okay. I think that's good for sketching. Let me put my pencil back. Where was he? Where was he? Oh, right there. I turned it all the way around just to get back to where it was. Okay. Is it perfect? No. I've said it plenty of times already. I never expect anything I do to be perfect or anywhere near close to it. I'm just happy if it comes out looking good at all. So, what am I going to do? So, I think I'm going to do the sky first and give it time to dry. I think I'm going to paint over the top of the crystals because they're transparent. They should show the sky through it at first. And then I can add like a hint of darker versions of the color on one side of the crystal. on all of them, perhaps, to show like the reflections a little bit, but still try to keep it transparent. And then when I get down here, I'll figure out how I'm going to do the land. And then I'll try to put my little, I didn't sketch him in, but I'll try to do a little dude down here. But he'll be like indigo or black or something, just to show like a silhouette of a guy from behind, looking at that big bright world in front of them. So that's what I'm going to try. Let's start with some random colors. So we're doing rainbow. Let's try to keep it transparent as we can. You know, I need a scratch paper. Let me, let's come with me. I'm going to put it up here like I did for the shuttles the other day and just practice on that. See how things look. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay, so let's go here and just do like a swatch of red in the sky. Okay. Let's hit our orange. Okay, let's hit our yellow. Yep, that's good. Try to go around the mushroom. Okay, let's hit our blue. Okay. All right, and then last up, our violet. All right, it's not bad. Might hit the red a little bit more, but I think I'll do that in a minute. Super faint to start with. All right, our ground. Should I start on the ground? Yeah, I can afford to do one pass. Okay, let's do kind of the same. Let me give me a quick Google search for something. Okay. I think I'm gonna try to bring some of this up. I don't know how that'll look. I think I want to be able to bring some color up in the middle. I'll do that in a minute. Let's hit our purple. And I think I'm gonna it's probably a bit more than I needed. Eh. Let's get a little bit of our indigo. Uh, Oh, I've already got some spam. Let me kill it. Yep. Okay. All right. Next, we have green. And next. Oh, I completely forgot to do the little middle one. I'll come back to it. It's like, why is this so white in the center? That was me. Okay. Let's fix my mistake from earlier. Let's add little guy right in here. Yeah. What you mean? Right. Okay. Next up, orange. Wait. Right. And yeah. All right. Gotta patch up some areas. Okay. Let's try to touch up our sky and do the last bit of it. Then we'll hit the mushroom. Then we'll fix the crystals, and then we'll polish off the ground area a little bit. All right. All our weird colors. Indigo. I can't. But I'm going to let that top part dry, and I'm going to hit the dark side of the crystal with a thicker coat to try to set off the lighter, fainter bit on the side. Let's work on the brown some more. No, we need to do the mushroom, don't we? Let's go with a smaller brush. Let's see. Let's go. Okay. Random. I'll probably end up lining those with a pen. Okay. I don't like it. I'm not doing any more of that. Okay. Let's go super faint. Super green. I don't know. Way too dark with that. I always start okay and then I find a way to fuck it up. It's okay. It is what it is. LA was well enough alone, leaving this light, but I don't know how to darken it with it looking good. It just ends up getting darker and darker. So whatever, it's going to be what it is. It is pretty? Well, thank you. It's at the very least colorful. um, then the question becomes what next? Well, think. Who puts this thing? I think it'll make more sense when I pen that in. Okay. Just do our dude down here on the bottom. It. Oh, I see you said something. Desert said, I want to try a Wonderfully Rainbow full composition too, since you're so inspiring. Please, I'll take it, but thank you. I don't believe it, but I don't ever believe anything. But it may take me a while to come up with a scene idea, which reminds me, I still have to share on your Discord the attempt I made at working on mineral paper. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see it. Mineral paper is weird, man. I mean, seriously, I've learned enough just from the few times I've used it. It's so much better for abstract stuff than for things you put a lot of intent into, because the intent spreads immediately unless it is just dry, right? And we work with watercolor, and you can't really do finesse with watercolor on mineral paper. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work well unless you're good. I'm sure people that are extreme pros are just like, yeah, whatever, mineral paper, I can paint on that any day of the week. Me, it's like brilliant for abstract. Stuff spreads. That's what it's built for. I love that. Yeah, I'd love to see it. Please, whenever you have time, feel free to share it. What am I doing? Right. I'm gonna let that sit. I think, in fact, I might hit it with the dryer really quick. I realized that I put the shadow of the crystal on the left side, and I didn't put shadow anywhere else. So let's hit the faintest indigo I can. And I'm going to do a little... just the faintest shadow of a guy with something in his hand on the ground right there. And I think perhaps maybe we hit the left side of the mushrooms too. Is it perfect? No. Does it have to be? No. Am I perfect? When it comes to hills, not a dang clue. I can't do shadow on hills because they're lit from mostly above. There's no way I'd know how to do it, so I'm just going to leave that on the bottom. But what I can do, in some fashion, is dry this, then draw on it. So let's do a last dry and take out the pen and try to line in some of the stuff to make it look like it's actually something. Okay. It's been a minute. I need some coffee. Cheers. Okay. There. And just toss the paper towel. Okay. Put this over here. Just dry. Yeah. I think we can break out the pen. Our pens. Let's take a look at what our options are. That's white. That is an interesting proposition that I have white because I can always do like little sparkles or highlights or something. But I think I'll go for a medium thickness and my large one. So I've got a 0.5 for the medium and a size 1 pen for the thicker stuff. So, dry? Yes. Okay, start at the top. I'm not going to touch the sky. I'm going to leave it alone. I am going to need the ruler here in a minute. Put that there. Okay, so let's go over the pencil that I did earlier. I'm going to go... Okay. And I'll do the same thing here. Okay. The thin stuff. Circle some of our little dots that we made. Our little irregular patterns that ended up creating. Can can excuse me. Okay, it's ruler time. For the crystals, I'm gonna use the thin line because I want them to barely look like there was an edge on them. Oh, okay. And then here, we'll do the thin. It comes up from behind. Right there. Okay. 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 And then from here, How many on time? 6:20. Oh, I'm good. Mhm. Oh. Okay. Let's do the little baby ones down here. Okay. I think I'm done with the narrow pen. And let's get the last one. And we're gonna top all these little ridges. And then we can peel, and then we'll be done, I think, for the day. Not bad. Not too shabby. Yep. Happy with it. Let's peel this sucker. Man, I moved everything all over the place over here. Whoops. I'm sorry, my sushi. I didn't mean to make a mess. Most funny side note. I'm collecting random pieces of things. This came off of that one paper pad. Whoops. Look at me. I'm already dropping it. It's gone. Wow. That was so fast. It fell to the floor and it's dark and I just lost it. Where would it have been? Oh, there it is. Wow. Anyway. Oof. Like I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my own clumsy, I'm trying to collect random pieces of thing. Every now and then, I'm going to have like a collection of random bits and bobs. This is the springy clip binder thing to the paper pad, so that I can like experiment with like putting like a thick bit of paint on like a weird textured thing and just going like slack on paper and then trying to paint from that, or maybe just using it to add texture to things. So I'm just going to try to make myself a little collection eventually of bits and bobs like that just to play with someday. We'll see. Maybe, maybe not. At the very least, I'm stating it because, you know, I don't like throwing things away too often. Anywho, this, the piece right here can come. Okay. And the top. Here's the bottom bits. And the last bit. Nice. I'm happy with that. I wasn't. For the longest while there, I was not happy with it. But no, it worked out fairly nicely. I'm kinda happy. Just stockpiling stuff over there, and I'm not gonna keep it there, but it can go there for now. Yeah, that's not bad. Check that out. Oh yeah, my rainbow bit from earlier. My practice. Yeah. So I got some just practice blending and making some rainbow over here in different ways and letting it all blend in different ways. And then this guy, just a random little Star Trek alien landscape kind of deal. And my sad little Star Trek dude down the bottom, just chilling. With a little tricorder with a tiny little speck of color in the center of it where he's looking at the screen, I guess. Yeah, it's cute. It's not perfect. The lining helped. It needed the pen to do stuff to help it work a little bit. But yep. That's it for me. I need to stop so I can chillax a bit before I go on call. Woo, work. But yeah, I think that's it for me today. I got enough little rainbow action going on. I'll figure out something for Monday. And I will be back then, 4 o'clock, as usual. Desert, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. It was a shorter one today. Sometimes I go 3 or 4 hours, but today is, you know, got to keep it short. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to head on out. You have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you later. Bye.